Good morning. Today I would like to take the time to remember my Grandpa Tanner. His full name is Guy Sherman Tanner. He was the son of Violet and Richard Tanner. He was born on March 8, 1929. He spent all of his childhood in Elkland, Pennsylvania, and once he graduated high school, he went to Virginia and joined the United States Air Force and was stationed at Langley Air Force Base. This is where he met my grandma. They have been married for 64 years, but together 68 years. After he retired from the United States Air Force, they moved back to Elkland, Pennsylvania, and this is where they began their family. When he first got back, he was a union carpenter, and he also worked for the Elkland Tannery. My grandma and grandpa have 3 sons. Their names are Gary, Guy, and Scott. Scott is my father. My grandpa wore many hats. He could build absolutely anything. He helped design Mansfield University here in Pennsylvania. They also put in a plan to reconstruct the old train stations in the area, so they refurbished and rebuilt those. He also started the first community center for the teenagers of Elkland. The teen center was filled with different kinds of games. They provided food and always someone there to talk to. The teenagers here growing up in the 80s and 90s, they were getting into a lot of trouble because small town, there's not much to do, so really the only thing here for teenagers would be trying to find alcohol or drugs. So my grandpa wanted them to have someplace special to go where they could stay out of trouble. In 1985, his son Scott blessed him with his first grandchild. That would be me. I spent many, many nights with my grandparents. I can't even remember anything but being at my grandparents' house. They lived right next door to us, so I spent pretty much every night with them. I had dinner with them every night growing up. My grandpa always said that I was his baby girl and that he loved me to pieces, and I will cherish him saying that every day. In 1998, he became the mayor of Elkland, Pennsylvania. He did many great things for this town, especially with the community center. He's a huge advocate for animals. They do a lot of donations for the SPCA, and also would make sure that the animals in the area always had food and water and shelter. That's probably where I got my love for animals from. My favorite memory of my grandpa was when he decided to teach me how to drive the riding lawnmower. He would hook on this big red wagon on the back of it, and that's where he would sit. And once I got good at it, he would let me drive it, and he would ride in the back. I remember hitting a pothole or something in the yard, and I just kept going, and I remember turning around, and my grandpa is laying out there in the yard laughing hysterically because he didn't latch it correctly. Another memory that I remember with my grandpa, we did a lot of fishing. He taught me how to go nightcrawler hunting. He taught me all the different kinds of fishing line, anything that you can imagine about fishing, I know. He also taught me how to skin my first fish, which, now that I'm back here in Pennsylvania, I'm sure I'll be doing a lot more fishing and a lot more outdoor stuff, so I'm sure those memories will live on every time I, catch a fish. This past August, on August 13th, he passed away in his backyard, in his swing. We spent a lot of time in that backyard. That swing was his favorite place to be after dinner, and we always used to go out there and sit with the whole family after dinner, so I couldn't imagine a more peaceful way to go. Anyways, my grandpa was an amazing man. He did so many good deeds for the community around here, and especially his love for animals. He made a lasting impression on many people, and I can only hope that I can be as successful as he was when it comes to raising a family and giving his love to my grandma for that many years. He's always going to be remembered, and I will cherish every memory I've ever had with him. Thank you.